Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your June 2019 reading. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. You guys are up there with the most viewed, top 3, as I mentioned in your May readings, top 3 most viewed and the top liked video for that sign. You'll get an extended love reading for the month of June. So next weekend, keep an eye out and see if you guys made it to the top 3. And that's going to continue. So give this video a thumbs up if it resonates. If you just want an extended love reading for the month of July, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Remember that this is a general reading and not all messages will resonate with everyone. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Never force a message to apply. So if you're new to me, welcome. Thank you guys so much. I know that I've gained so many new subscribers. I absolutely love and appreciate all your guys' support. You guys are amazing. Thank you. I'm going to start off with your general reading for the month of June, and then we'll move on to singles and couples for the month of June, your love reading. Okay, so here we go. Let's see, general reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign for June 2019. What is the overall message for Gemini, June 2019? I know some people get pretty anxious when they see this card because they're like, what? I gotta wait a whole fucking year? Oh yeah, if you're new, I do cuss. I'm sorry, not sorry. So here it is, a year from now. Whatever it is, your growth, your, changes, your lifestyle change, the results that you have been waiting on. You're kind of waiting on results like, man, I've been working on doing something for quite some time. Why is it taking me this long? And maybe it's only been a few weeks, maybe for some a few months, but you feel like it's just, the progress just isn't going fast enough. The more you start to detach from certain expectations, certain situations, certain people, to be honest with you, you start to discover that there's a whole other side of life that you were missing out on. And believe it or not, I know a year sounds like a long time. For some of you, it may take a full year. For others, it will be within a year from now until, May, June of next year, but you will start feeling more and more like yourself. You'll start seeing that everything you've done to rebuild yourself from the bottom up, whether it's career, home, emotional, mental health. Some of you with health issues, you're on that track of getting clear with what you want for your future. And yeah, that means taking better care of yourself. That means eating healthy, exercising, taking better care of yourself, seeing those doctors. Some of you that may have the, medical issues that maybe you didn't think was a big deal. And then all of a sudden it kind of hits you like, oh shit, it's a little more serious than I thought, right? Within a year though, you will be seeing the changes. And I do feel that it's a positive change no matter what. Even if some of you might feel like there is no positive change going on right now, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm just keeping it real. Know that sometimes we need to go through some difficult times, before we finally realize, okay, yeah, I get it. I had to go through that. Okay, if you guys are seeing that flashing light, I got this new setup. I got new equipment, brand new lighting, and it's been messing up on me. So much for that. I think this one's going to go back. Give me a moment while I adjust this lighting. I got to turn it off. Okay, hopefully you're able to get a better view. Okay, so here it is. Let's clarify that for my Gemini friends a year from now. Most important message for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign, June 2019. Some of you that have been feeling a little frustrated at this time. Some of you wanted to see results. Some of you wanted to see changes. Some of you wanted to see progress. You wanted a reason to celebrate. And maybe you're just feeling a little stalled at the moment, but, things will start to move. They will start to progress as long as you don't stay in this, state of anger and arrogance and resentment. What good does it do when, you're doing the complete opposite? If you're trying to call love into your life, why are you entertaining this asshole mentality from someone? It holds you back. It keeps you in this nostalgic state of wanting to stay in the past and unable to move forward. And I feel that for some of you think that this is your happiness, this is where you should be, but in reality, you're holding yourself back. The more you entertain this type of, asshole energy, because the Five of Swords, it is kind of being a dick, kind of a jerk, someone who doesn't give a shit, someone who's emotionally unavailable. Someone who can be a little more blunt than you care for. They really don't care if they hurt your feelings or not. And like there's people that can be straight up and blunt and be honest with you, and maybe their delivery isn't the best. Guilty of that. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and so is Virgo. So sometimes we have a way of saying or doing things. However, there is a clear difference of, are they saying this out of love, or are they saying this to keep you stuck, to keep you there with them, to keep you from moving on, moving forward? And so they replay these situations from the past, like we had it so good. Had is the key word, because honey, we don't have it so good right now. Things got to change. People got to change. Situations got to change. I know what I want and I'm moving forward. I'm going to love myself. I'm going to do whatever it takes to be happy. Whether you're dealing with this Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, King of Wands, I do relate to the Sagittarius, but this is a general reading, so it can be any fire sign, or it can just simply be someone who, they seem as though they present themselves as this very motivated, very passionate, action, filled, like they say all the right things to promise you this happiness, this union, this celebration. We're going to come together. But, in reality, are they honoring you? Are they meeting you, halfway? Are they just doing things on their terms and nobody else's? Are they, just being selfish and doing things for themselves and not really giving a crap, all for show, all for looks, so that they can be like, no, look at all this stuff I did for them. But really, and everybody else knows, this person is a little cuckoo crazy, holding you back, trying to remain in this nostalgic state. You're chasing happiness is how I feel. You're chasing your own happiness, whether this is, changing a place of employment, whether this is changing scenery, getting away from the toxic people. Yeah. Getting away from the toxic people, the instability, people that just, they're not at the level that you are trying to be at, because I feel like you can be at a certain level. However, entertaining this bullshit is kind of holding you back just a little bit. So a year from now, might take some of you that long to finally quit this person, quit this job, quit this situation, quit dealing with their bullshit, quit talking about, quit letting them talk up a good game and you falling for it and you believing it because, well, yeah, they're right. We did have some good times. And then it's like, yeah, we're going to work things out. And then bam, shit falls apart. And the more they make these empty promises and that they can't fulfill, and then the more you realize, what am I doing here? Do I want to continuously go through this tower moment, knowing full well they don't give a shit because I've got all this love for them and they're playing me on that. They're keeping me stuck here. And every time I entertain this, every time I get sucked back in, I think we're on the right track. I think we're moving towards this happiness. And the universe reminds me of why it's not working out. Why this place of employment. Why, my health issues keep going back to that. Maybe you're not doing your part. The universe is testing you. You're not doing enough to get out of this cycle. If this is a partner, you're not doing enough to set up boundaries so that they don't keep you stuck in this energy. Because if they did want the same things that you wanted, they wouldn't be going back to the same type of energy that you know damn well is going to bring you this tower moment. So what's the advice here? What's the advice for Gemini? Five of Pentacles. Oh, Okay. 7 of Pentacles and 9 of Cups. So you want wish fulfillment. You want reasons to celebrate. You want reasons to come together, trying to, find your own happiness. You've put in a lot of work into a situation that should have already paid out, where you should have been like, yeah, we've made it. We've gone through a lot of shit. We've been through some shit. We've gone through some difficulties and we've worked through them. But yet you're consistently feeling left out in the cold, or maybe it's time you leave them out in the cold. Maybe it's time to say enough is enough. Look at all these beautiful pentacles still stuck up in that tree, because why? You're still keeping me in this state. You're still taking more than you're giving. And I want to celebrate. I want a relationship. I want a job. I want a situation, a home, an environment that I can be happy, grateful, and celebrating. And yet, time and time again, this person can't give you that. Or this job, if you're stuck in a dead-end job, right? You're stuck in this place of employment where you're like stagnant, no room for growth, no room for, job promotion, salary increase. You're at the point of, I'm losing more money than I'm gaining. Because if you really think about it, those of you that are stuck in a dead-end job, if you really think about it, how long have you been working at this place of employment without a raise, without room for growth? And when you look at other people, and I'm not saying it's okay to compare yourself, because everyone has their own journey, but for someone in a position where you're at, what is the salary? What are the benefits you should already be reaping that you're like, when is this shit gonna pay out? I should be living my best life. And so when you think about it that way, long term, when you think, if I would have gone with this other company, say I've been with that company for 10 years, how much money would I be making? And you realize, holy fuck, I've been losing out. They have been holding you back. You have been stagnant. And so, it's time to make a decision. Is it going to take you a year to finally, wake up to the fact that, you're losing out time, money, energy, love, happiness, joy. You're emotionally, mentally, physically drained? Or is it time for you to just say, man, fuck this shit, I'm out. I got to move forward. I got to keep going, right? That was your general reading for June. I feel that this month is pivotal for you to make that realization of, all right, where do I want to be a year from now? That's the key for you guys right now. That is the question for the month of June for you guys. Take some time and ask yourself, where do I want to be a year from now? And on the flip side of that, I want you to look back at where you were a year ago. May of 2018. Where were you? Because this is at the end of May. It's Memorial Day weekend. Where were you May of 2018? Have you grown? Have you progressed? Have you built up the life, or have you progressed to a point where you can say, I'm on the right path. I am on my journey. I am shooting towards these goals. Everyone's journey is different, and so it might take some people longer than others, and that's perfectly fine. I don't want you to feel as though you need to fast track your way through healing, through promotions, through finances, through school, whatever it may be. But take a look back at how you've been the last year, and then if you're happy with that, awesome. Keep fucking moving forward. Light a fire under your ass, bolt out of here into the next year. Move up higher. Do you better. You are your only competition. So if you're not happy with the way things were in the last year, then what's got to change? What's got to give? What have you allowed in the last year? And maybe probably for some of you, the last few years, that has kept you in the same place. And if you're happy with that, cool. Some people are. No judgment whatsoever. Nobody talking shit in the comments either, because I delete those comments. I don't like people talking shit about other people like that. But if you truly want to make a change, if you truly want to grow, manifest a better life for you, a better relationship, things have got to fall off the wayside. Because I know that you know what's holding you back. So let's move on to your love life reading. Straight up singles. Maybe you got a love interest, or maybe you've just been single for quite some time and you're like, get me out of this singlehood, right? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for June 2019. What's up with straight up singles for June 2019? Wow, who just had this? I don't remember. One of the signs I did yesterday, maybe Pisces. I think maybe Pisces may have had it. So if you're dealing with a Pisces, there is some deception here for single. Yeah, I want to say it was Pisces. Sorry, did a lot of readings yesterday. Single, straight up single Geminis dealing with a deception of some sort, whether it's you holding back your true feelings, whether, okay, this is the message I just got. There is someone here who knows they need to release themselves from a toxic relationship, but the deception is within yourself. You're telling yourself everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to work out. It always does. Now, devil's advocate on that. If things always work out, why are you still in that situation where you have to lie to yourself? Someone is wearing a false self mask. That's for maybe a handful of you. Maybe that's just for one person. Deception here can go many ways. Someone's not telling their true feelings. Someone is holding back. Someone is pretending like their relationship is this happily ever after, and it's not. Someone who is single here is saying, oh, I don't need no one. I'm perfectly happy. I don't need no one in my life. I am perfectly happy. But you know, deep down inside, you're like, why can't I find a partner, a good person? There's also this sense of you've got a love interest, or there's a love interested in you, and you're not putting yourself out there. You're holding back. You know, the best way I could say it is there's this emotional congestion. That kind of sounded weird, I know. But I guess when I think of congestion or congested, I'm not thinking sinuses, guys. I'm thinking, because I'm in LA, traffic is congested as fuck here all the time, right? And so what happens when you've got a whole bunch of emotions that you've had bottled up inside, that you haven't fully released yourself from, that you haven't healed in order to be able to be open to receiving a new relationship, but you're playing it off like, I'm cool. I don't need no one. And you know what? Most of you are right. You don't need anyone, because right now you only need yourself to get through the tough times, to get through the healing process, to keep moving forward, so that when the right person comes in, you are more than able to be open to receiving them. So let's clarify. And sorry, you guys, I got a new mic, so I'm sorry if the shuffling is a little louder when I hit the table. Trying to figure out how to change that. Okay, so here we go. Clarify deception for the singles. Queen of Wands in reverse. That's fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And the Three of Pentacles. Oops, damn it. I keep bumping into the bumping into it. Put my little angel there. All right, Three of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Cups. These cards are flying out for you guys. You know what I'm talking about when it comes to this deception. Queen of Wands in reverse, where very hot-tempered, very angry, full of resentment, even though you're trying to make it seem like, I'm good. Just as I had said, I'm good. I don't need no one. Fuck that fool, or fuck that bitch, or whatever, right? You're not fooling me. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, You are so not fooling me, Gemini singles. Here it is. So there's more than meets the eye, right? Deception. It's the illusion of making it seem like everything's all right. I don't need that person. I don't need this, I don't need this relationship. I don't need anyone in my life. I don't need XYZ, whatever it may be, right? Wow. 2 cards of secrets and illusion and deception. Deception being the main energy for you singles. So what's going on here? You want to pretend like that third party situation wasn't really going on. You want to pretend that you didn't ignore it. You want to pretend that you didn't give it your all. Remember, this is a general reading. It can go vice versa. These energies can be the energies of that person that you were once with. And perhaps you may have been the one that created this third-party situation. For the most part, third-party situations don't need to mean sleeping with other people, that type of, involvement. However, here, being that the 3 of Pentacles is in reverse, I feel as though someone, whether you or them, were trying to make it seem as though like you were aware of the involvement with the other person. Don't front. You knew I was going back to them and you're like, when did we talk about this? Because when I take a break and I really think back to all the heartache, the lies, the betrayal, and I'm thinking, whoa. I thought we were moving forward to what I wanted, what we wanted together. And then you discover that what you wanted and they wanted were 2 totally different things. And you're trying to figure out, where did I go wrong? Where did I miss this? You do need to take a break here. You do need to be single for some time. You do need to heal and work on yourself. And I feel as though some of you are really holding on to, the pain, the disillusionment. The more you detach from the situation or from the person, the more you uncover and the more angry you get. Like, you really want to get this sword right here from the Justice card and be like, this motherfucker. You know what I mean? And, it is about finding your own balance. Now that you know where the deception lies, because there is some major deception here. Whether it's someone saying I was only working with them, they were just, coworkers, I was really working a lot, putting in that overtime to make this life for us, but they were really out there flirting and, there is some instability here. I feel as though, okay, for someone here, you weren't the third party. They had the third party and they found out they were the third party and they came at you angry. Like, fired up. I'm going to burn this person's house down. I'm going to uncover the truth. And that's why you're single now. And so there's this tumultuous feeling inside of, how could I have been so stupid? How could I have not seen the signs? I'm not saying you're stupid, Gemini, but I do feel as though for some of you, you're like, how could this have been going on for so long? How did I not see the signs? Let me grab another deck before I ask for the advice card here. So, clarify the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, please. Wow. So, if you're new to me, none of my cards are in reverse on any of my decks. So when they do come out in reverse, huge meaning for you guys, right? So, if this was at work, or if this is someone who said they're separated, they're going through a divorce, what they were telling you was, I'm going through a separation, I'm going through a divorce. They may have lived alone. They may have been, staying at a friend's house. For someone here, they may have appeared to be living with a friend, maybe crashing on someone's couch, but they were still very much with that, spouse. They kept telling you how miserable and unhappy they were, that nothing was going on. But they weren't walking away at all. They were still there. They were bullshitting you. the spouse, the partner didn't know that shit was going on. That's either you became this angry Queen of Wands in reverse. Hell hath no fury, right? Like a woman scorn. Whether that was you, Gemini, or the spouse came at you that way. What are the secrets here? Which I'm sure it was the infidelity. This person was lying to you, saying they were going through separation and divorce, and it turns out that wasn't. So that's a very huge, very, very huge deceptive behavior, secret. High Priestess. Okay, so that was the Strength card that just came out. But let's clarify the High Priestess. Tell me about the High Priestess card. Three of Wands and the Judgment card. So they're still coming at you with the song and dance, saying like, it's complicated. I still have to see them. I still have to go back. You know, we're dealing with these, legal documents. We're trying to, divvy up our property, our money, our finances. You know, this is all because we're going through a divorce or a separation. Trust me, I want to move forward with you. Give me another chance. But in reality, they're trying to get another chance with their spouse. They're trying to continue it. Clarify the Moon card, please. Okay. Yeah, the deception is real. They may have put up this front of, I want to move forward with you, I want a life with you, but the whole time, while they were taking their time on building this new future with you, they were really backstabbing and betraying you. And that is why some of you are single. That is why some of you became this person's, friends with benefit and never really became a partner or boyfriend, girlfriend. For some of you, this may have been going through a long time, and so that's why you're having a really hard time detaching and moving on. But know that this was a karmic relationship that you need to close out the cycle to. Yeah, you definitely need to end this type of karmic cycle. This is what it is. As long as you keep entertaining this, it's obvious you're not learning from this karmic past, this karmic cycle. And so therefore you will keep attracting this type of energy, this type of behavior until you learn from it and move forward, because you need to stand your ground, and there's your card, King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini King, standing your ground, fighting for what you believe in. Do you believe in being someone's third party and allowing deception? I wouldn't. Would you? No one in their right mind would. I'm sorry. If you're okay with that, hate to tell you this, honey, but you need help. And it's okay to need help. And it's okay to ask for help. So what's the advice here? How does Gemini move forward? Wow. And you got the Wheel of Fortune again. It's closing out karmic cycles. I'm telling you, you need to close out this cycle to this karmic past, to this karmic partner. The deception is going to continue, whether it's with you, whether it's with their partner, their spouse, or the next person in their life. You are not the only one, Gemini. I hate to break it to you. Now, if you aren't going through this, thank you. I am so glad you're not. Thank the universe that you're not going through this. However, don't fall prey to this type of cycle. If you are going through this, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to close doors on those that you need to shut out of your life. Okay, let's move on to coupled up Geminis. The deception is real there, guys. Not cool. Coupled up, married, in serious relationships, living together. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for June 2019. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Very nice. for you couples. Attracting each other, new love, resurgence of love. Doing some loving things for each other. I feel a sense that for some of you, you're rediscovering the love you have for each other, the attraction you have for each other. You know, there are times in a relationship where things become routine and situations become like this sense of, well, what's another word for routine? It's almost as though you take for granted this person's energy, this person's love, this person's presence in your life. And then you catch them doing something mundane, something in their everyday, and then you look at them with this new set of eyes and you say, wow, I am amazed. I am attracted to this person. I love that person. You just have this realization for what an amazing partner you might have. Partner, spouse, husband, wife, whatever it may be, right? So let's talk about this attraction. Others of you need to remember what that attraction was like, because you are going through a typical routine and mundane energy, and you're just like, how do I get out of this type of energy? You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Judgment card, the World in reverse. 9 of Swords. Page of Wands. Another 9 of Pentacles. Ten of Cups, 4 of Cups. Let me have a couple more. 6 of Swords. Let me see what flew out over here. King of Swords reversed. Whether that's you or your partner. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And the 8 of Swords. Okay, so here it is. Because I'm getting this message very clearly, Gemini. Some of you may have taken your partner for granted. This might also be vice versa. Don't take it personal. Might have been where you have felt that you've been taken for granted. So apply it to your situation. For some of you, yeah, you've been going through some rough times, sleepless nights, wondering whether or not this relationship was going to continue, whether it was going to progress. Some of you, I feel as though you were almost more expecting it to not work out. Like you were just kind of waiting for it to not work out. You're just like, do I go back to being single, or do I work on this marriage, family relationship? You know, there was something that felt as though it was missing here. However, whether you or your partner, I felt, had a bit of a guarded or rough exterior for some time, and maybe the way they communicated with you wasn't helpful. I also feel that for some of you, you weren't communicating at all. Like maybe your partner was trying to pull teeth from you, trying to get you to communicate, and they're like, are we doing this or not? Is it over, or are we going to try to make this work? Are you even attracted to me anymore? Is this something that you want? Talk to me. And if you didn't talk, Gemini, or your partner wasn't talking, it led to the anxiety, the sleepless nights, wondering, are we separating? Are we breaking up? I thought we were going to be together. I thought we were going to build a life together, a family, a home. And things aren't working out that way. So if we're moving towards calmer waters, what needs to happen? Is this person moving by themselves, or am I coming along? And at some point, whether this is you or you're dealing with another person who could be an air sign, doesn't have to be, but it could just be someone who's been quite guarded and coming off as a bit cold, where they weren't showing the emotional side of them, where they weren't showing how they really felt about you. It was almost mechanical, if that makes sense. I don't want to say the word cold because I feel that there's love here, but it was almost routine, mechanical. You didn't get the the emphasis of how they really felt for you, because it was like, again, pulling teeth. Like, hello, show me something, give me a sign, because right now you've got me stuck in the head. Like, what the hell is really going on? And I feel as though that there was something here that was a catalyst that brought you out of that shell, you or them, where you finally realized, you know what are we fucking doing here? I do love this person. I do need to put more time, love, energy in this relationship. And you come into that realization where they've been through thick and thin with me. Maybe you have a family together. Maybe you have built a home together. And yet it was almost like it wasn't enough to show growth, if that makes sense for you guys. So where do we go from here for Gemini couples? Queen of Cups is the nurturing queen, is about showing, love and affection and being more in tune with their emotions. But I feel as though whether you or your partner, there's this inner conflict, this struggle of, again, like I say, pulling teeth to get someone to communicate. But at the same time, it's like trying to get someone to show love, attention, and affection, that it brings you or them to this point of questioning whether or not there was still an attraction there, whether or not there was still something going on there. Do we continue moving forward? Wow. Okay. King and Queen of Cups. So this is two people meant to be together, but you're not speaking, communicating, loving each other at the same level. Both of you, I'm about to yell at you guys. Both of you need to stop. You need to stop being afraid to show your true feelings. You need to stop saying more than you really want to because you're afraid of being taken advantage of, because you're afraid of being hurt. If I say too much, I'm being vulnerable to them, and I can't do that. I got to show this tough exterior. But that's what's backfiring. That you're not communicating, you're not loving to the highest ability. And don't you think if your partner felt in tune with you, don't you think that if they saw you going above and beyond, trying to show you, doing, saying whatever it might be to make you feel like you are the one for them? This is like soulmate love. This is a very strong connection. The two of you feel like you are so spiritually connected, emotionally connected, but this dude's looking that way and she's like, just looking down at this, beautiful cup. And he's like, yeah, I got one too. And then crickets. The fuck? Seriously? Seriously, guys. Quit fronting. You both love each other and you're both afraid of being vulnerable with each other. Someone here doesn't know how to express themselves. Someone here is afraid to express themselves, or vice versa, or both. Who the fuck knows with you guys? It's like this internal struggle here. It's time to let your guard down. It's time to put yourself out there for your partner. And it's time to have that conversation if you're realizing your partner can't meet you halfway. Like, hey, haven't you noticed I've been a little more affectionate or vocal or communicative or whatever it is that you guys are missing in your relationship? So if you want some of that in return, Gemini, speak up. Let them know how attracted you still are, how much you miss the romantic love in this relationship, how much you feel so strongly connected to them. Okay, my Gemini friends, that was your Love Life reading for June 2019. Please give it a thumbs up. Remember, most liked, most viewed for the following month will get an extended reading. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. Have a wonderful month of June. I will be opening up my calendar for private readings mid-June, so stay tuned. If you are subscribed to me, make sure that you hit the bell twice so you get the notifications. Because my schedule will be changing up. I will be putting out more videos. And again, I'll be making an announcement once all the June readings are out. So have a wonderful June. Take care, Gemini. Bye.